Hello, my name is Pavel, welcome back to my channel. The first video I ever wanted to create was called My Room, and I was going to make that video when I was 16. It's been 10 years since then, and I've aged. This room has aged a little bit, but mostly this room has not changed. I created this room when I was kind of like 15, 16, 17, basically a teenager, and this room means a lot to me. In that video, I wanted to go over every single thing in this room and why it's so important to me. I drew out every single frame, I wrote a script, and I never made that video. But today I want to make a similar video where I talk about my room and how important it is to me and how every little thing in this room has become so formative to myself. But also I want to make this into a little bit of a time capsule because this room isn't going to be like this forever, and I've not been here in 2 years and I don't really know when I'm going to come back. And I want to capture this room and everything that it's basically done for me, because every little thing in this room means something to me, and I feel like it was like a foundation for the person that I am now. So I'm going to take you around this room, basically like like a bit of a room tour, and I'm going to show you things that kind of made me, as pretentious as that sounds. It's not going to be like the video that I wanted to make when I was 16, because I wanted a load of like close-ups and like really like soft-spoken dialogue, all that sort of stuff. It's basically just going to be a showcase of things in my room, and I feel like you're going to definitely learn a lot about me from that, and a lot about me when I was 17 or 18 or 16 and how cringy and corny I was. But I feel like it's also like these are the things that inspired me to be quote-unquote creative. Like I feel like even being here for the last 2 days, I've just noticed little things that I was like, oh yeah, that kind of sparked my interest in film or into music or blah blah blah, all that sort of stuff, or even reading. And yeah, this room is definitely aging. There are signs of aging, like the photos are starting to fade, and the photos are falling off the walls, and I just want to capture it because I want to remember it forever. So yeah, I am going to stop talking, and the normal movie type videos are going to come back next week. But again, there are a lot of movie things in this room because it's what sparked my love for movies and for just many things creative. Some things are missing in here, but anyway, I'm going to shut up. I'm going to take the camera in my hands and let's walk around this room and tour the room. Yep, let's go. Okay, POV time. I'm gonna give you a quick glimpse of the room. The focus is definitely gonna be a bit of a problem. I'm gonna give you a very quick glimpse and then I'm gonna move on to some stuff. So let's start off with the shelf. I've purposefully not been looking at these things because I just wanted to make authentic. So here we have a neck deep, if it's gonna focus, we have a neck deep frisbee, which I loved because I was like, whoa, this is like a collector's item. And if you don't know, neck deep is like this pop punk band. Oh, this is definitely not going to focus. Maybe I need to switch my phone. But anyway, then we have a load of snow globes. I wanted to create a movie collection, like a DVD collection, that I never really did. So I went into CEX one day, bought a load of DVDs that I thought were really cool, and I think this really speaks to me at the time. Like Kick-Ass, American Pie, Spider-Man, Borat, like a lot of these movies I still really do love. I don't know how Frozen got in there because I've still never watched Frozen and 500 Days of Summer. I remember watching that when I was like a teenager, and I thought it was like the most important movie of my entire life, and then I rewatched it with my girlfriend years after, and I was like, oh, you know, it's still great, but it's not as great as I remember it being when I was younger. And yeah, I think that speaks for itself. Then we have Guardians of the Galaxy vinyl that I got for very cheap because somebody broke up with their girlfriend or boyfriend, blah blah blah, and I was able to get it for very, very free. Then we have very free, good English. Then we have a signed Andy Biersack photo. Andy Biersack is the lead singer of Black Veil Brides, and holy god, if you know anything about me, I was fucking obsessed with Black Veil Brides. Big emo. Then an As It Is vinyl, and then I have a load of records here that are rushing presses because mum brought them to me, and yeah, I really love them. So then we move up here. Oh my god, this focus is going to be horrific. Then we have a La La Land DVD and all these. As I said in another vlog, I love coffee cups, and this is kind of like where it all started. Then we have a kendama, and I don't know why I kept a bottle of Fiji water. I just kind of thought it was cool. Then we have Scott Pilgrim, 8 Mile, one of the most, you can't really tell, but it's back there. We have 8 Mile Skate 2, the most formative movie ever. Then we have a signed all-time low Kerrang magazine. This is so important to me because I loved All Time Low. I'm literally wearing an All Time Low jumper, and the fact that I remember being so starstruck because I met like 2 of them, and it was my first time kind of like encountering a celebrity, and it was just crazy to me. Then we have just a lot of boxes that I decided to keep because I kind of thought I added to the aesthetic of the room. Like we have a box for a speaker, a camera, then my teddies and Rocket and Groot's back there. Then we have like a mask from like the COVID days. Just random boxes, because I remember I saw like one YouTuber do this, and I was like, whoa, this is the coolest thing in the entire world. And look up here, I have some funky, wait. Look at these numbers. We have a really old iPod Touch, my first Samsung Touch phone, and a HTC phone that used to die at 90%. What a fucking time to be alive. So I suppose that's kind of like the general gist of these shelves. I got them put in because I just kind of thought it was cool. And yeah, are they cool? I don't know, but it definitely doesn't capture the person that I am now, but it captured the person that I was when I was like 17 or 18 or whatever. Then I have like school awards and just like random things. Like the more time you spend looking at this shelf, I feel like you just find more things if it decides to focus. But even seeing like CDs, like I remember I wanted to start a CD collection that I never really got into. There's Eminem Recovery. I fucking loved Eminem back in the day. This is awful focus. Maybe I need to change my phone. Then we have Troye Sivan, as it is, like so many pop punk bands, and just, oh man, it brings back memories. Then we have books. As I said, I'm not gonna get into the books right now because I feel like I could talk for a very long time, so I might just do that towards the end. But I'm gonna move over here, which I feel like is a very, very, very important wall. This is my big photo wall. Again, just not wanting to focus. This is my favorite thing about this room. And the annoying thing is it's gone through a few changes, because when I broke up with my ex-girlfriend, and then I was like, oh god, I need to get rid of so many photos. And this wall has gone through so many changes. But what I really, really, really love about it is that it just shows like photos that I don't know, I'm really into photography obviously, and this is the roots of it. Like I was 15, 16 taking these photos, editing them, spending hours editing them. Like I would have spent hours on Lightroom just learning how to edit a photo. Like, look at me over there with Jack Barcat at a Stranger Things poster. God, I forgot about this. Like, look over here. I remember taking this photo and editing it and thinking, wow, I'm incredible. This one, is it even going to focus? The one there's me with Dodie. Look at me as a little baby with Dodie. Just really formative, and I feel like every single photo here would tell a story, and I'm very happy to sit down one day and go through all of the stories. Maybe not the ones that are extremely personal. So many cool photos. I'll put in some like overlays here of some close-ups, but I love this because again, the foundation of just editing and getting into like creative things, and yeah, I just love it a lot. Then I have these shelves put up here. I remember getting this Van Gogh book at a charity shop and thinking I was so cool because art. Did I ever look through this book? Nope. Then we have like this cat lamp. So it opens up. Let me show you. I'll show you after actually. But the cat lamp opens up. Then we have just some records, and obviously the standard record player that my girlfriend got me. But you know the one, the colorful one. And so cool. I have so many records that I haven't really listened to, like over there. And as I said, over here, just, yeah, I don't know. Then there's just some random things that are just kind of like placeholders. Like we have a Dyson fan that I don't really actually know why it's there. But then we have, this is memories. I bought this guitar on a trip to Belfast, which was a horrific trip, and I just didn't play it, and I really should play it, but I don't know. I always say I'm not scared of failure, but then whenever I think about playing the guitar, I keep making up excuses and not playing, even though I know I would learn along the way. And yeah, I don't know. And then we have a Bri poster from 2016. If you know anything about Bri, then holy god. Then so this is the guitar. This is like a really cool like little, I don't even know what you call a light. Yeah, light. Then this mirror, I don't know if you can tell, but I remember this is during my exam season. And basically on the mirror, I saw a YouTuber do this. Whenever you look in the mirror, you would see these things, and they tell you things that you just want to do, like your ambitions are just daily things you want to do, like YouTube, which again, see, I really wanted to be a YouTuber back then. Study a bit, word of the day, write my partner a letter, exercise, play guitar. These are just daily things I really wanted to do. And did I do a lot of them? Yeah, I think I did a few of them, but I don't know. I still think that's really funny, and I never really want to take that down. Then we have this wall. Holy god, I love this so much. It's kind of like my pinboard of things that just meant a lot to me. We have so many concert tickets, just notes, bus tickets, photos of me and my girlfriend, just a great drawing that my girlfriend did based on Sam Fender lyrics. I don't know if this will focus, but this is just talent. Yeah, I don't know, like I feel like, again, so many personal things here that I don't really know if I should get into them all. But we have tickets to the 1975, we have just photography things, like little projects that I used to do, photos with me and random people, photos from college, and then obviously everything went to shit and, you know, college closed because of COVID and all that sort of stuff. But again, look at the photos on the top. Like, I took majority of these and I remember spending hours editing them and printing them out and being like, wow, this is, I can't believe that they're physically mine. Like, there's just something so beautiful about being able to physically print out something. And yeah, I don't know. And then we have a Tyler, the Creator. Like, this really shows you that this is a sign of the times. Like, this is a 2016 thing. And a Dodie poster and a set list from John Bellion. Then we have another Bri poster from 2015 and a 1975, which obviously I still love. Then we got this like La La Land, oh my god, zoom out, La La Land kind of like print thing. I don't know, I got it from Wish and the quality is horrific, but I just loved it. I wanted to express myself obviously so much, and yeah, I don't know, I'm trying to look around here and see that I'm not really exposing myself, but I don't know, just, yeah, it makes me, I don't know, like I remember being 16 or 17 and just really wanting to express myself in some way, but obviously being from like the middle of nowhere, I didn't really know how to do that, and I guess the room was just that. But at the same time, I remember hanging all of these things up on that pin board and being like, wow, I just want a time where I'm going to be like an adult and I'm just going to be grown up and I can just have my own place and express myself the way I want to express it. And obviously that was 10 years ago and that time is now, and it's just weird. I also feel like whenever I was that age, I was like mentally like sad a lot and definitely just struggled mentally. And I remember thinking, wow, so many of the bands that I'm into and artists or whatever experienced this and they were okay when they got older. And then I remember suddenly realizing, like, obviously if things suck in your head, they're not just gonna inevitably go away as you get older. They're probably gonna get worse. And just, I don't really know why I'm even saying that, but I'm just remembering things. I also remember my first YouTube videos actually were when I was like 17. They're private. They're still on my channel, but they're private. But I used to make weekly vlogs where I studied because I was so stressed about exams and about just trying to make friends in college. And I just so desperately wanted out. And I just wanted the next thing in life, I suppose. And every time I see all this, it just reminds me of all that. Like, I'm not done. Here I have some books to show you and so many things. Like, if you look down here, these are like little journals that I had that I used to just write random shit in, and like, I have no joke, so many journals where I used to write hypotheticals about the school results I'm gonna get, which is, I don't know, it's sad. I don't also want to read them because I'm happy to just leave that. Like, I'm not a very nostalgic person at times, but maybe I am because of this video, but I don't really want to read them. I want to leave it at that time, and maybe one day I will, but I don't really know what this part of the video is. But yep, let's continue on. I'm going to show you my books and yeah, just some other stuff I guess around the room. Like, I just loved collecting random things. Like, I have notes from my mom basically being like, hey, your lunch is ready, and I was like, yep, I'm keeping that because I need that. And I have like, there are some cinema tickets here from Get Out and La La Land. The first time I saw La La Land was on the 14th of the 1st, 2017. Then the High School Musical play that I was in, seeing Bri back in 2015, 1975, John Bellion, Bri again, Eminem, 21 Pilots, when was that, 2014, 21 Pilots again, wow, it's just crazy. I don't know. So as I said, I was going to show you some of my bookshelves, but the number one book that was so important to me and the most formative, and I reuse that word in every single video, but the most important book of all time to me is the most mid book, and you will never be able to guess it, but it's the most mid book ever, and it's Nikki French's Friday on My Mind. I do not know if this is gonna load, but I read this at 16. I remember being with my partner at the time, and she was really into books, and I was like, why do I not read? I just kept thinking to myself, I was just like this dum-dum that just couldn't read. And I was like, you know, fuck it, I'm just gonna read. And this book, it's not huge. I feel like for a first book, that's quite chunky. But I was 16 and I was like, right, I'm gonna read my first book ever. And this took me like 5 weeks to read, an hour and a half a day. And I think, you know, looking back on that, obviously that's slow. It's not really a difficult book, it's just like a murder mystery. It took me a very, very long time to read. But looking back on it now, look what it got me into. It got me into these aren't even my main books. These are just books I left at my mum's house. We have like Virginia Woolf, Shirley Jackson, some Yeats, we have some Chekhov. Like, I can't believe that this little thing is the reason that I kind of got into all of that. And looking at these books, I'm like, I don't remember a single thing. 12th Night, I remember reading this, and the quote, what is the quote from 12th Night that I really love? Journeys end in lovers meeting. I still really, really love that quote. And I remember, like, it just makes me proud of myself that I actually got into reading, because one day I was sitting down and I was like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get into reading. And I just did it. But I'm still a really slow reader, and it takes me a really, really long time to read. And I have books downstairs and books in my own apartment, books at my partner's, just so many books. And do I read them all? Nope. Am I trying to read them all? Yes, but these are the books. Yeah. And then, remember what I was just telling you about physical things, like physical photos? Look at this. Look at this. I don't know if I was in focus, but this is a print. I printed 2 of these because my friend from America, she was like, hey, can you send this to someone I know in France, I think it was? And I was like, yeah, of course. And then when I saw this physically printed, I was like, I cannot believe that I did that. And it's so beautiful. And I came home one day and Mum had it framed for me, which was very nice. It's nice. It's really, really lovely. There we have a Guardians of the Galaxy poster that I got from the cinema. We have a Neck Deep poster. We have Rome. Does anybody even know the band Rome? So many things. Just oh man, so cool. Quick look around again, all the books. Look, little Murakami book. I loved collecting these. Obviously we had to have a Vans box, but yeah, this is my room. I know it wasn't super in depth, but as I said, I would be very happy to sit down and talk you through all of this one day, but I just kind of wanted to capture this room and put it on YouTube for myself mostly, but for others to watch if you want to. Yeah, it's just time capsule, I suppose. But yeah, I think I'm going to wrap it up here. I hope you enjoyed a quick glimpse into my teenage years by looking around my room. I feel like this is a very 2016 video, but it was definitely very fun, and as always, chaotic video to make. In my head, I always have like these plans of things I'm going to say, things I'm going to film, and then I start holding the camera and yapping, and it makes absolutely no sense, and it's just chaotic, as I just said. But again, it was very fun to show you around, and as I said, I haven't really been looking around since I've come home a few days ago, so it's been nice to kind of share that with you and just look around and reminisce on times and just chat about things, and I hope you kind of enjoyed it too. I have so many stories about this room, so many, and I could sit down and tell you them all, but I feel like a quick glimpse is fine, and it's more than enough. I hope you don't mind this different change of video, but it's I just wanted to make it, and hopefully movie type videos will be back next week. But I think that's everything, so thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye. Oh, also I wanted to ask, what was your room like as a teenager? What things did you have in there that were corny or cringy or something like that? I'm very curious. I really want to know, so tell me. Okay, bye bye. Fun fact, actually, we were potentially going to end up in Norway, like living there, but we chose Ireland because Mum worked in Norway for a year, and I was going to move there, but then in the last minute, Ireland was chosen. So, fun fact.